guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is hmeralys and I'm going to be doing a little get to know me video. I don't think I have done a get to know me or explaining about my channel and things like that, so if you do not know me and you come across one of my videos, this is the video to come to. And I did find these questions over on Pinterest. It's kind of like a YouTube newbie tag kind of, and I'm going to be answering a couple, and hopefully that just helps you get to know me a little bit better, know about my channel, know about whether you want to support and subscribe to the channel. But hope that you do and you subscribe and you stick around, so let's just jump right into the video. The very first question is, why did you start your channel? And I started it in 2017, and I've always been a YouTube silent viewer. Like, I've always loved YouTube. I think that, and this is really hard to say, but if there were, I don't know, if in the world something happened to where all the social medias would disappear but YouTube would stick around, I would be happy with just keeping up and watching YouTube and seeing everyone else post. I have always absolutely loved YouTube. I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I never had the guts to. And it is 2025 and I've had it again since 2017. And yeah, I've always loved it. I decided to post because why not? The last thing you can do is just not try and then regret not doing it. And obviously I have so much growth and so much to learn, and I'm still really new to YouTube in the sense of like getting subscribers and getting people to enjoy my content, but I genuinely love this channel and I love what I do. And so yeah, I decided to start posting because I absolutely loved, and I've always loved YouTube. And I think it is my most used app, if anything. I like to keep up with people. I like to watch people. I like to watch different things, book related content, makeup content. I love to watch people from back in 2016 YouTube, which that was like the really, like when YouTube was really popular. Now I feel like a lot of people are navigating a lot of Instagram, TikTok, and I feel like those are great places to be, but you never know if they're going to stick around ever since what happened with TikTok. But it is, I understand that people just want to make a little bit money and things like that, but I genuinely love filming and doing YouTube, and I am not getting paid. I am not nowhere near that. Would I love to do that in the future? Absolutely, but I genuinely love it. And yeah, that is why I started my YouTube. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? And this is a really hard question because we as viewers, because I once was and I'm still a viewer of other YouTubers and booktubers, I just want to be relatable to other people. My life is not always perfect, and I am filming in a really tiny room in my home that I have made into my little library. She is not glamorous, she is not perfect, she does not have more than 500 books in it, but it is my space, and it is, I don't know, I just want to be relatable to other people, to know that you can do this if you want to do this. And it is hard to not see that constant support right away. You just have to keep doing it, be consistent. If it's something that you genuinely love, it will come with time. It might not just be the time right now in the sense of seeing that support right away, but again, a lot of people start somewhere, and a lot of people, all these people that we see, started from the bottom. And yeah, I just think that I hope that I can bring relatable content, genuine content, something that people can relate to and can love. And later on we will get more deep into different things in my life, but I just think that relatable content is something that I always would like to bring to YouTube. I don't know, and I cannot speak for anybody else's experience, but yeah, I hope that my content can just be genuine and you guys can relate to me. Question number 3 is, what are you most excited for this new channel? And I am just excited to talk to people, meet new people, be able to comment below your comment if you ever comment on my videos and have a conversation, get to experience and see other people's channels and see how they grow and support. Like, I love supporting other smaller YouTube channels. I think that I'm most excited just to make friends and, you know, just post content and see people relate to it and just bring a little piece of me to YouTube. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? And I love reading because, like anyone else, it's my kind of escapism. Like, I love to escape reality. At the time when I started, my life was a little bit difficult, and I had a lot of like family stuff going on, and reading just kind of helped me. Obviously, it is fiction, and reading about other happy and beautiful romantic things just kind of really got me into a deep hole, and I just went into different many genres and romance and romantasy, and I started exploring with other books and genres, and then I discovered that there was a book community, and I ended up even falling in love even more. So I love reading because I just love to escape sometimes, and like anyone else, life can be rough sometimes, but reading is something that you always make time for if you love it, and I feel like I love reading, so it just helps me escape whatever I'm going through. And even if I'm happy, it's just something nice to read about other people's happy moments. And even though it's fiction, I don't know, I like to think that some of the things that happen in books can happen in real life. Question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? And if I had to say, I would say that I started with like romance books. I don't think I have a specific book in mind, but I do know the genre. The genre of romance got me into reading and loving reading, and so the genre of romance is something that I always go back to, and it's my main genre that I read too. So when I started reading romance books, that's when I kind of got into my whole entire personality and reading and finding out that there was a book community, and I absolutely loved the genre of romance. And then I dipped my toes into romantasy, which that's another thing on itself. I absolutely love romantasy, and one book that really got me into it was Akatar, the first book, and to this day it's my absolutely favorite series ever. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? And I have a couple booktubers in mind. Some of them are not really like up there, like well, they are known obviously, but they're not like a million followers kind of booktubers. But there are so many questions. I would probably ask what book they recommend me to read. I will probably ask their time management. How does that work? How do they come up with their ideas? Kind of pick their brains because obviously this is something that I love doing, and they have been able to make it a full-time job, and that's something that is a big dream of mine, to make YouTube a full-time job. Believe it or not, I have always loved filming and talking to a camera. I can talk a lot, so I will probably just like have some dinner and ask them if they want to have dinner with me, and we would have a fun time between the girlies and just go to the bookstore. So yeah, it's not more of a question, it's more of, I guess, ask them if they would like to hang out with me. I don't know, something like that. Question number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And I think that as a person, and this does not have to include a booktube channel, it could include a bookstagram or any sort of platform that you're trying to do, is try to, as a person, not feel so overwhelmed with other people's reaction to your channels or other people's journeys. I feel like everyone's journey is different, so you don't always feel beautiful, you don't always feel pretty to sit in front of a camera and film yourself and post content out there. So for me personally, overcoming insecurities and trying not to compare myself to other people, my journey is different from yours, your journey is different from mine, and I feel like that as a person would normally do, comparing yourself and seeing how other people's growth might be great and yours is still stuck, I feel like that could be a little bit hard. Or again, not feeling always pretty or always up to filming, or just overcoming your own insecurities and trying to navigate posting while feeling happy, while enjoying the hobby that you love to film, and not feel pressure and not feel like you have to do it, but more that you want to do it. Always be kind, always be nice. Try not to comment negative things. I feel like that can, you know, really impact someone's life in a negative way. So if you don't, I always say that if you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say anything at all, because you never know what people are going through. Question number 8 is, when did you start reading? And I started reading about 2.5 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, I want to say. And I have been happy ever since. I absolutely love it. I obviously used to read a lot more, but I've discovered as of 2025 that I don't want to rush anything. I don't want to meet a number. I don't want to meet a satisfaction. Like, I don't want to set expectations for myself that I might not be able to reach. And reading 100 books or reading 200-300 books, it's just a number. And I feel like as of, you know, this year, I have been taking time to, even if I read 1 or 2, 3 books a week, that's better. Before, I used to want to read to obviously set a goal for myself, but it could get overwhelming, and I feel like we all go through reading slumps. And I don't know, as you continue, you set up these goals for yourself, and I set up goals for myself that were like crazy, and I would meet them. But at this point, to me, for me to continue to love reading, I just want to be realistic with myself. And so yeah, anyways, that just went a little too out of context. Question number 9 is, where do you read? I can read anywhere. I read in my book room. I read in the back. We have a back room. I read in the back room on the couch. I can read in the bed. I can read absolutely anywhere. Anywhere in my house where there is a little bit of a corner that I can sit, that's where I read. Number 10 is, what kind of books do you like to read? And I believe I mentioned it, but my primary genre is contemporary romance, and I love fantasy as well, and dark romance. There are so many subgenres of romances that you can go into. I have been trying to dip my toes into historical fiction or just fiction in general. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people enjoy literary fiction, and I absolutely love and I want to get more into. Like, fiction in general is a genre that I have been wanting to get into for a while, and this is the year that I read a lot more just straight up fiction. And I do love my thriller, my romances, but my primary genres will be romance and romanticy. Those are the 2 genres that I go to the most in any occasion. Those are all the questions that I had. If you have any more questions for me, or if you would like to get to know me a little bit better, I would do a part 2 maybe in another year. I don't know. But anyways, I hope that if you came across this video, you got to know me a little bit better and know that I absolutely love every single one of you, whoever watches. If you are a silent viewer, leave something in the comments so that I know that you're watching. Subscribe before you leave, comment, and I will see you guys in the next one.